Welcome to the Catapult Effect, a podcast where professionals like you turn challenges into opportunities for extraordinary growth. If you're tired of struggling, feeling lost, and ready to catapult yourself into the best version of you, then you're in the right place. Here's your host, Katie Wrigley.
Welcome back to the Catapult Effect podcast. I am your host, Katie Wrigley. I like to pay attention to the different themes that are going on in people's lives. And I had this idea come in. It kind of came in from a few different avenues at once, including what's going on in my own life. So today we're going to talk about what pain gives us. And I don't mean that in a sarcastic way. I mean that in a very serious way, and as a way that you can start to empower yourself if you're dealing with emotional and or physical pain. I'm including all types of pain in this. Emotional pain has and continues to be some of the most excruciating pain that I've ever felt in my body, in my life. And I have had high levels of physical pain. So I feel like I have a leg to stand on to say that statement. Emotional pain is just as painful, if not more painful, than physical pain. And the brain is what is creating both of it, and it is real. We're going to have other conversations about pain other times. But today I really want to focus on what this can give you. So for the past few weeks, I have been in some shit. And it is impacting my mindset, it's impacting sleep, and very few things impact sleep at this point on my journey other than me getting in my own way and not wanting to shut down when I say. And by the way, since I did the last episode, I have been so much better about shutting off my phone at the deadline that I've given myself, and it's helping myself to continue to trust myself and build on that. So I want to talk about what you can do to start to look at the pain in your life and what it is giving you. So as I mentioned, this thing that is happening, there's a few things that are happening all at once that are kind of culminating. And it's one of those times where it feels like the shit is just piling on top of each other with just bad news after bad news after bad news. And I know that that's not really it. It's just a period in my life that I'm choosing to look at as an opportunity. One of the coaches, and someone who's still a good friend of mine, Melanie Curtis, she gave fantastic advice that she still lives by and I live by as well. And that is to share from the scar, not from the open wound. So I'm not yet ready to give details as far as what I'm going through right now. But suffice it to say, if it's impacting my sleep, it has a very high emotional charge. I have been in tears repeatedly recently, doubled over sobbing, the ugly crying, you name it. I am in it, in the ringer. And instead of staying quiet like I usually do and like my instinct does, I really wanted to take this opportunity and share with you so that you can take the tools that are helping me and implement them in your life to help yourself as well. So as I had mentioned, I look at different themes, and I was listening to the books Journey of Souls and Destiny of Souls by Michael Newton. He was a doctor and he was a hypnotherapist, and I believe he's actually the one that created the Life Between Lives protocol. I'm not trying to dig on anybody's belief system here. I tend to believe that we have more than one life. We're not aware of it for a lot of reasons. This goes with my belief practice. I'm not trying to push that on you. If you don't feel that we get multiple lives, that's okay. But it is empowering to me to believe that my soul chose this life for the lessons that I'm going to learn and for the growth that I'm going to have as a result of this life. And that's what a lot of people, his clients, his patients found when they came into him as well. And there was one that really stood out to me. There were a lot of stories that he shared that stood out, but this one really stood out because pain is one of the areas that I focus in with my clients. And it's one of my specialties is changing it, shifting it, alchemizing it, and turning it into growth. So this character, this client, patient, not character since it's a real book, it's not fiction. So she actually had chosen a life with a high level of pain. She had severe fibromyalgia. And when she came to this doctor, Michael Newton, for hypnosis, I don't recall whether she was suicidal or not, but she was in a lot of pain and was really struggling and suffering. And what she found in that session was the things that she had chosen to do with the pain. She had created an art class for herself and for others so that they had a creative outlet. And art therapy is one of the better things you can do for yourself to improve your mental wellness, resilience, and help your body and nervous system calm down. She also mentioned that it got her to slow down and to really listen to people. Because when she wasn't going 10 miles an hour, 10 million miles an hour every day of the week, she had a chance to slow down, listen, and really connect to people. And that is what life is about. I truly believe all of us are here to be of service to everybody else in the ways that are unique to us, while we also value ourselves. We get really thrown off of that mission. But I do believe deeply that's what we're here for. And it's up to each of us to figure out what our purpose is. And so this woman had found that she had intentionally, willingly chosen this life because of the lessons it was giving her. It was teaching her compassion. It was teaching her empathy. It was teaching her how to slow down and how to be patient. And I was listening to this and I reflected on my own journey. I've always been a softie, but my empathy and compassion since being disabled 6 years ago has gone through the roof. It has grown exponentially. My ability to hold space and allow someone to be in whatever they are in has also grown exponentially. And like the person in the book, it also forced me to slow down, and my listening skills have greatly improved. There is so much growth that can start to come out of these painful points. And as I reflect on that and I look at the current pain that I'm dealing with, it has upended every area of my life. I haven't been as consistent posting content because what I tend to do when I'm feeling really sad is I withdraw so that people can't see it. And this was a big shift for me to take my sadness, come on here. You may be able to see the sadness in my eyes if you're watching this, but I have a smile on my face because I'm connected to the growth. The pain is still there, to be clear, and I am still fully feeling it. It is very important that you do that as well. But this was impacting every area of my life. My relationships, I was withdrawing more. I had some people check in to do mental health checks on me, which I appreciated and also got irritated at. But I appreciated the sentiment and the love that came from it. And I just haven't been myself, and I'm giving myself grace instead of trying to push through it and setting boundaries and hoping that people can hear them with love and know that it's not personal during this time. It is giving me the opportunity to stand more firmly in my boundaries and really listen to what I need for myself. And this is important, to prioritize yourself no matter what you are doing in your day-to-day life, whether you're a parent, a teacher, whatever job you are, first responder. You've got to put yourself first to have the maximum available for everybody else that you want to be able to give to in a day. If you do not include yourself in this, you are not going to have as much to give, period. So what are the action steps that you can start to take if you're struggling with pain right now, emotional or physical? If you're at the brink where I was, ugly crying every day, gut-wrenching sobs, bawling at the drop of a hat, like I can almost even cry now, just thinking of all the emotion that I've been going through. And yep, tears are trying to come. And that's okay. So the first step you want to take if you're dealing with pain is tap into your body. Take some time meditating. Scan your body from head to toe. A beautiful way to start to get in harmony with your body is to do a gratitude meditation. Doesn't take very long. You can start at your head or your toes, whichever way, and just every body part, just give thanks to it. And you can have some fun, with some of the body parts in there. Some of the body parts we use for pleasure. By all means, have gratitude for that. I certainly do. When I get around my boobs and, other areas, it's like, oh, thank you for the pleasure you have given me, because our body can give us pleasure. So even if it's giving us pain signals, acknowledge all of those places where it's given you pleasure too, whether it's male, female, non-binary, whatever, however you refer to your body. Give him, her, them so much love and gratitude and start to tap into it. If you're willing, you can also journal as part of this. And I like to tie in journaling and meditation sometimes. It can be more powerful, and really sit there and think, what has this given you? And I want you to name 3 things that your pain has given you. So I named a few. You can take mine if it's true for you as well. It's helping with growth. It's definitely building my resilience and my confidence. It's allowing me an opportunity to teach and share what's helping me with the rest of you. It's giving me an opportunity to connect and let you see me more authentically versus those times where I am feeling really amazing. I'm not feeling amazing as I'm doing this episode, and I'm still here because I am attached to the idea that this is an opportunity, and I feel strongly that this is an opportunity. So, what opportunities is your pain giving you right now? And really look at that and see and list it and feel it. Really feel into that. Like when I look at the painful pieces and what it's taking from me and the unknowns that are still out there, it is very easy for me to go spiraling down a rabbit hole. But when I shift 180 degrees in the other direction of what may be possible, what if the worst thing doesn't happen? What if the best things happen? What if this change is what I needed to finally fully step into my full potential? What if what you are going through right now is your opportunity to fully step into your full potential and go balls to the walls, no apologies, going exactly for what you want? What if that is what can come out of what you're going through right now? Isn't it worth it to continue to endure if this is what can come from it? This is how you get away from suffering. This is how you start to have a human experience that may contain pain, but has zero suffering. It all starts in your mind, the same place where pain is created. Doesn't mean it's not real. It is real. It is created here, and the perception can be changed in the brain as well. And that is incredibly empowering. The other thing, the last thing that I want you to do, if you are dealing with pain, is include yourself in your compassion and your self-love. So a dear friend of mine who I interviewed recently, Coral Buchanan on here. Thank you, Coral. I love you. So she helped me with a cognitive movement session yesterday because I was just gutted. Like I was crying in public. Like the change in 24 hours is incredible. But again, I didn't get on film yesterday to do that. But what she did, so cognitive movement, we can remove negative feelings and we can also make positive ones bigger. And so in this session, I really fully, truly, deeply saw all of the potential, and it really excited me. It lit me up, and it's continuing to light me up today. And then she reinforced the mantras that I have behind me on the wall. So I want you to do this with me. So if you're listening right now, state your name out loud, whatever it is. So I'm going to do it here. You state your name along with mine. So I, Katie Wrigley, I believe in myself. I am going to be amazing today. Anything is possible, and I am never going to give up. And I want you to keep repeating that. Let's go through it a couple more times, saying your name, repeating it out loud with me. I, state your name, Katie Wrigley, believe in myself. I am going to be amazing today. Anything is possible, and I am never going to give up. One last time. I, state your name, Katie Wrigley, believe in myself. Anything is possible. I am going to be amazing today, and I am never going to give up. And continue to repeat that and feel what changes to your state as you're doing that. Notice any upticks in energy. Notice what starts to shift in your body. Please, please include yourself in the compassion and love that you have for others. So just to recap those 3 steps. First, pause. Tap into your body. Give it some gratitude for everything that it's given you. Check in with it. Maybe it has some messages for you as well. But start to really look at what is it giving you? All of these things that are happening in your body, what is this pain giving you? What are the opportunities? Look deeply. Step 2, look deeply at the opportunities it's giving you. Is there someone that you can connect to due to this pain? What can potentially come out of this pain? What is the potential for growth? What is the potential to build your confidence, to help you move to higher levels of resilience and even reach anti-fragility? What becomes possible for you? And third, include yourself in the compassion and love you give others, because I believe in you. But in order for you to reach your goals, you need to believe in yourself the same way I need to believe in myself to get through the things that I'm going through. You need to do the same for yourself too. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you want to have a deeper chat about this and talk about how I may be able to help you get through some of the challenges that you're working on now, whether it's physical or emotional pain, or maybe you're trying to build something amazing and you just feel like you're stuck, grab a 30-minute call with me. I'm going to go ahead and link to that in the show notes as well. So please make sure to check them out after you finish this episode. The show notes are going to contain both the link to the call with me, as well as another link over to my Pain Changer group on Facebook. So you can come join us over there. And again, I go live every Wednesday at 3:30 p.m. So I hope you'll come join us over there. It's growing. It's getting a lot more fun, getting a lot more people that are participating in there and adding to it and bringing in their own wellness tips. Thank you again for joining me and for making the choice to listen to this podcast when there are so many others out there. I'm so grateful for you. Thank you so much. And until next time, please be well.
Thank you for joining us today. If you enjoyed this episode, please share it with a friend and leave a 5-star review, which helps grow the podcast and reach others just like you. While you're at it, connect with Katie on social media. You can find her on LinkedIn, TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram as @CoachKTDubs. That's CoachKTDubs. This has been the Catapult Effect with Katie Wrigley. Thanks for listening.